Okay, welcome to Solving Equations Review Video 1, Solving Linear Equations. So this is just going to give us a short review of solving equations. You will want to take notes on this. So you're going to want to grab a piece of notebook paper and a pencil. Alright, so pause the video, go ahead and get those things. Alright, now that you've got what you need to take notes, let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to solve an equation in order to remember all the steps we need to take to solve equations, okay? So make sure that you're writing down everything that I'm writing down so that you're recording your steps, okay? So the first thing you always want to look for before you try to do any solving is you want to combine like terms, okay? And to help you remember which terms are like each other, what you're allowed to combine together, remember to think back to the algebra tiles, okay? You want to make sure that you're thinking, okay, x and x squared, can I combine those? Are those the exact same type of tile? Because if it's not the same type of tile, you can't combine it. So let's take a look at our equation we have here. On this side, we have two x's, positive 3 units, and then a negative x, okay? Well, two x's and the negative x can be combined. And two x's minus an x will give us just one x, and then we still have our 3 units hanging out over there. Okay? Then on this side of the equation, we have 3x minus 5. The nice thing about this side of the equation, x's are not the same as units, so nothing to combine over here. That's just going to stay the same. Alright? And even though nothing changes, I'm still going to rewrite it. I still want to keep everything on this same line so I can solve as I go down and everything stays same. I know where I'm at, I know what I've changed and what I haven't changed, okay? So now, after we've combined our like terms, the next thing we want to think is, how can we get the x's on one side and the units on the other? X's on one side, units on the other. Okay. Okay, so we want to get only x's on one side and only units on the other. Well, we've got 3 x's and 5 negative units over here. We've got 1 x and positive 3 units on this side. So we can really do it however we want. Let's start by, let's just move this x over. It would be easy to get rid of just that one lowly x, okay? So to cancel this x out, we need a negative x, right? Remember this from the equation mat and from class? And then we have to do the same thing to both sides to keep it equal, right? Okay? So these two will cancel each other out, all right? Leaving us with just 3 units on this side. And then the 3x minus an x will give us 2x, and we've still got our 5 negative units floating on that side. Okay? So now we've got no x's on this side, x's and units on this side. So let's go ahead and move these units. How are we going to get rid of these 5 negative units? Well, we're going to add 5 positive units, and we have to do the same thing to both sides because it's an equation. We have to keep balanced. So these negative 5 units cancel out with the positive 5 units, super convenient, leaving 2 x's on this side. Okay? And then on this side, we have 3 units with 5 positive units, leaving us with 8 total units over here. Okay? Now, we only want to know what 1x equals. I do not want to know what 2x equals. So I'm going to divide these 2 x's in half, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side because this is an equation. And that leaves me with 4 x's is the same as x. That's the solution to the equation. So all of this that happened right here was having x's on one side, units on the other. Right here, we just want to make sure that we want to know what does x equal. Okay? Make sure you're always asking yourself that question. We don't want to know what 2x equals. We don't want to know what negative x equals. We want to know what x equals. So you need to find a way to solve the equation that gets you to what x equals. Alright, so hopefully you took some good notes. Feel free to watch the video again if you still don't feel solid on the subject. Make sure you write down any questions you have right now so you remember to ask them in class tomorrow. And I will see you in class.